What is up, guys? In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the famous Pick 3 Tic-Tac-Toe system that so many people are using. So many YouTubers are promoting it. People are actually using this thinking that they're actually getting good numbers when in all actuality the Tic-Tac-Toe system doesn't use any form of hard-coded data to actually give you any good numbers. And I'm going to prove it to you and show to you exactly why it doesn't work. What I have here, if you look on my spreadsheet here, I have plugged all this in from the Google Chrome spreadsheet from the OneDrive. Anybody can download that if they don't have Chrome and use it. But anyways, getting right to it. As you can see here on my left side here, I have ball 1. And then in the middle I have ball 2. And on the third column I have ball 3. All of these represent the tubes that the balls are sitting in for the lotto. All of these columns represent the tubes that are holding the balls, and it gives you the statistical analysis breakdown for each one of the tubes and what balls come out of that draw per game. And it doesn't use anything like the tic-tac-toe or whatever +3 or -3 or anything like that, because when I pick my numbers, I'm using what I call the hot, warm, cold, and ice cold. Ice cold being the ball doesn't come up at all, not in the last 10, 15 draws, and I don't play any numbers that the ball doesn't come up because statistically it's not coming up. So why would I want to do that? In the tic-tac-toe system, you're going to be getting that a lot, and I see that a lot on other people's YouTube channels, and they're doing these draws with the put your numbers in diagonally and up and down and +3 and use the corners, and you're actually getting bad numbers. Sometimes you may get a winning lucky number here or two, but you're not actually using real analysis, hard-coded data when you're using the tic-tac-toe system, and I'm going to show it to you right here. So on my state lotto, anybody can pull up their hard-coded numbers on their state lotto, and I might actually start picking numbers for states because I love looking at the analytics of this stuff. I love science and math, and I love statistics, and I love picking numbers that have a really good winning chance of winning, and that's how I pick my numbers. And I don't just use hot, warm, cold, and ice cold. I use a bunch of different strategies to pick my numbers. And I can't put all of that in one video, so I'm going to be breaking it down in other videos. And if you want, if you haven't subscribed and already, you might want to do that so you can actually start finding out how to pick your own numbers. But I might start picking them for you for your states. If I get enough people to comment and all that stuff below what state they're in, I might do it for you. But let's get right to it. Here let's see here, 156, right? Okay, so that's 4/6/2019. Now, if I were to put that in the tic-tac-toe, 156, and then I might +3 it or whatever on some tic-tac-toe system, and it's going to give me, let's say 5, it'll give me +3, right? And it gives me 8. Well, it's going to give me ice cold 8. I don't want ice cold 8. I would never put 8 in my lineup. I would never put 8 in my selection because I like using numbers that come from real hard-coded data where I know it's been coming up a lot or it's been coming up a little bit. I don't want to use numbers that aren't coming up at all, okay? And some people use this missing numbers stuff. No, I'm not using missing numbers. I win a lot more when I use hot, a combination between warm and hot numbers, not a couple cold, a couple hot, no cold, okay? Maybe I might throw a cold or two in there if it equals up to my sum it up chart like I was talking about in my last video where all the combinations equal to 14 because you have a 1 in 13 chance of a winning combination coming up to equal the sum of 14. Then I might throw a cold number in there, but probably not an ice cold number. And if I'm doing the sum it up strategy, I'm not going to pay for all the combinations that equal up to 14 if a few of those combinations have ice cold numbers in them. I'm going to pick the combinations that have warm, and hot because it's going to give me a greater chance of winning. So if I'm spending $5 like I am right now, I've got my numbers for right now. I see these other lotto players where they don't show their face, they don't show them playing, they don't show any winnings. They're just showing them doing tic-tac-toe with their hand, and that's kind of crazy to me. I would not follow any system like that. That's why I named my channel Play Lotto Smart. I put it as Play Life Smart for now because I do sometimes a variation of other videos too, but I might go back to just Play Lotto Smart because I want to play Lotto Smart and I want to help other people to play Lotto Smart too. So I'm getting off on a little bit of a tangent here, but so when I pick my strategies, I want hot and warm numbers. And that's not the only strategy I use, but I want them to definitely have that in there. And the tic-tac-toe system does not have always hot and warm numbers combinations. It could have a bunch of ice cold in there just because you're doing this random tic-tac-toe. Tic-tac-toe is not analysis. Tic-tac-toe is not a way of picking good. It's not a good strategy, and it's a broken system. And as you can see, I put it right down there. It is broken, and I just explained why. So I hope you understand what I'm saying here. I might start doing some lottery picks for different states, and I could start using my own strategies and picking out some really good numbers for your states, and you could definitely start winning more. I might start doing that, but I have to get people to actually comment down below, to tell me what state they're in, and then I'll probably go ahead and do some states and have some fun with that because I like looking at the data. I'm an analytical person. I love math, and I love picking out numbers that have a really good chance of winning. So if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what state you're in. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. See you on the next one.